one thing this season is teaching me is that I need uninterrupted thinking time. Like the time that I spend alone, brainstorming, coming up with ideas, researching, reading, writing, analyzing, synthesizing, like that is the work. That is the work. It's not going out to events. It's not going to openings. It's not connecting with people and showing up in the pictures and Lynn is popping up on social media. No, the time that I spend just sitting with my ideas. Like, is this, should we do this? How do we execute it? Who do I need? Like, what kind of help do I need? What resources do I need? Who do I need to reach out to? What do I need to make this possible? How feasible is it? What impact does this thing have? Like, what is, like, literally this is all I do all day, every single day, you know? And this week I've been thinking about, like, wow, like I don't want to outsource this part of the work. I don't want to outsource this part of the work because this is what drives everything I do. This is what powers my work. Like this is my work. This is my job. Like it's literally my job to come up with ideas and to think about how it can be, what's the word I'm looking for? A cult, like what was it? Like a person in my community, like a productive person in my community. I don't know what word I was like trying to find, but it's like, how can I make impact in my community and how can I use my skills to do that, right? And what resources do I have in my hand? Who can I ask for help? Okay, I think I want to do this. Okay, who can help me? Yeah, this week I was thinking about how as much as I am an advocate for sharing your ideas and everything I just said, I also, I'm very mindful of when I start sharing my ideas. I'm very mindful of not sharing my ideas prematurely. I'm very mindful of keeping my uninterrupted thinking time for me. It is time for me, with my brain, with the book that I'm reading, with the research paper that I'm reading. It's time for us to come together. And then if I have something, I put it into a rough draft and I bring it to a friend. I'm like, girl, I'm thinking about this. How crazy is that? But I don't outsource my thinking. Like I was thinking about, was it yesterday? I was doing something. I don't know what I was doing. And I was like, I should have run it by somebody. And I was like, you don't do that. Like I like forgot. I was like, wait, I really don't do that. Like I'll get it to a solid place. I'm like, okay, this is the thing that I decided. Um um to give an example, for example, I'm redesigning the logo for or a creative, and I was like, oh my gosh, I should run it by somebody. Let me know, what do they like. I need to ask somebody what they think about this. I'm like, you never do that. I don't. Like there are certain parts of my creative process that I made the decision, I acted on it, and that's the final decision. And then there are parts of the process that I need my mentor to step in on this. I need my friends to step in on this. I need a collaborator to step in on this. And then there are parts of the process that um, I need government backing, or I need some sort of a council, some sort of a city official backing because it's a grant project or whatever it is, But there are parts that I'm like, no, I trust myself to make this decision. To share a story, years ago, I wanted to start a podcast, and I was kind of stuck on like, what am I gonna name this podcast? This is like this is I started that during COVID. I started that during COVID. If you go like all the way back on my channel, you'll see like a little playlist with it with those videos. They were really, really good. But I wanted to start a conversation series nonetheless. And I had reached out to someone and I was like, I'm thinking about calling my thing this. What do you think about that? And she was like, girl, what? That don't make sense. That don't make no sense. And it's so funny that like literally I'm thinking about it 6 years later. I'm like, she was in no place to advise me on what the name of my podcast should be. Number one, you have an idea, go with it. The name will change, it will expand, it will grow. You'll have a new logo soon. You'll figure it out as you go. Start the thing. You figure it out later, right? But also there was a cultural nuance that I didn't realize until 6 years later, you guys. I did not realize the cultural nuance. So for example, she's British. She's from the UK. And so the name that I wanted to give my podcast, for example, is make dope work. I always knew, this is crazy. I always knew that I wanted to talk about art. I wanted to, like be like build a career in the art space, but also provide a platform for other artists to share their stories and to, well, I'm really doing the thing. Like I'm doing what I said I was gonna do. But I was like, make dope work, like make super dope work. And so at the time, I mean, I still say it like, oh, that's dope. Oh, that's really dope. Like that person's really dope. I'll put you on. It's something that I say. It's part of the zeitgeist. It's not just a thing that I say. It's like it's popular slang in America. She's from the UK. There's a bit of a cultural divide there. There's a cultural context that she doesn't have. And so she's like, yeah, I don't think that you should go with that name because people might think you're trying to say this, but da 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 da. And I'm like, really? That's what you get from that? Like, no, like it's a slang in America. We say dope. Like, oh shoot, that's dope. You're dope. So isn't that it's like a name of a show, like super dope, something dope. I'm like, it's American slang, but she didn't know, girl. She not from here. How would she know? I didn't realize that until yesterday. This is a conversation that I had in 2020. And I remember, I was so sure about this. I knew that I wanted this. And so because she said, yeah, no, I don't think you should go with that name, that completely like bogged down on me, on like my motivation to do the podcast. I ended up going with a different name. I called it, what did I call it, child? Something differently, doing things differently, which was really good too. I'm really good coming up with names. Okay, if you need somebody to ever help you generate names, come to me. Like names come to me like anything, names and logos. But I was like, I ended up doing things differently, but it never felt like me. And I ended up being a conversation series, and so it just like that was the domino effect of me just constantly being like, damn, why did I not follow my inkling? Why did I not follow my inkling? And since that day, I vowed to never outsource my thinking. I do not outsource my creative brainstorming. If I have an idea, I'm going to go with it. Later, I'm allowed to change my mind. What do you want me to rebrand? Okay? Today, the thing is called this. Tomorrow, it's called that. Today, the logo looks like this. Tomorrow, it looks like that. I'm redesigning the logo for Aura Creative. I don't know how people can have like one logo for their business. I'm an artist. That's how you know I'm an artist, because I'm bored. I want to change into something else. Like, for the longest time, I couldn't figure out what the logo for Aura Creative should be. And I'm like, should it be like fun and like Y2K-esque? Should it be like serious? Like I didn't know what I wanted it to be. And so I just let it be text. It was text, Aura Creative, like a beautiful typography. Shout out Canva. That's where I make all my logos. But I just left it like that because I'm just like, it hasn't clicked for me yet. I'm just gonna let it be. Everything that I do, I have a logo, you guys. Like I love designing logos. People should pay me to design logos actually. And I've like like different reiterations of all the things that I do. When I had a studio space, every studio space had a name and it had a logo because I just love drawing. Maison, like it was so good. I designed a little house. It looks like a little house because it was like a studio house, studio home of creativity, studio house. And so for Aura, I'm like, what am I making this? Like, what do I want it to give? I'm like, should it give like aura? Like, okay, it's giving aura. Like, yeah. And then I was just like, whatever. So I just had like black, white, orange. And yesterday it came to me, y'all. It came to me and I was like, oh my gosh, I know it. This is who we are. This is what we do. This is what our logo should be. Let that come to you naturally. And there's a lot of nuance in what I'm saying. Like, obviously this is for artists, this is for creatives. Obviously, if you're like, I don't even know what industry that you're in and this is not your forte, of course it's okay to like get somebody to design a logo for you. It's okay. Like you need the help. You need the marketing help. You need to hire people like me to help you with your visual branding. But if you're an artist, if you know that like images come to you, if you know that logos come to you, if you know that creative names come to you, don't outsource that. Don't outsource that. Don't give anybody access to that. Don't give anybody the authority to tell you what you should or should not do when it comes to that specific part of your creative thinking process, the part of idea generation. No matter what you do, no matter what work you do, never, ever, ever, ever give anybody access or authority to that. What you name your thing, what you name your paper, maybe the book you're writing, that's different. Like, like you get advisors later, but like your initial thoughts, write them down and And go with it. Go with the fact that, like, I don't know why, but this is what I feel like I should call the thing. And then down the line, you reiterate it, you change the language. There's always room for that. But trust yourself. Like, I think something about like doubting yourself before you even started the thing is what sets you back. Because before you even started, you're like, I don't know, do I like the name? And then you go to somebody and somebody tells you shouldn't call it it, so you call it something else, and then now you lost motivation. And now everybody's lost and confused. You know what I mean? Versus try it, start it, and then as you go, you change your name. Another example that I like to use is Issa Rae. You remember Issa Rae Productions? I don't know what it was before, but before it was Issa Rae Productions, and she had her cute little logo. And then eventually it changed to something else. I don't remember what that middle name was. It was like Ray Media. It was something. It was like Ray Media Productions. It was something. There was like a. It was Issa Rae Productions, and then there was like a middle one, and then she landed on Hooray, and Hooray is brilliant. Oh my gosh, Hooray is so good, and Aura is definitely inspired by Hooray. Aura comes from Aurélie, which is my middle name. And I want to pronounce it the way that I want to pronounce it. It's definitely like ore, but aura. And aura is like aura. It's aura. It's golden. It's giving aura. It's giving creative excellence. It's giving we are here. We are in the room. We belong. We are creative. We are amazing. We are awesome. And so, yeah, like it's a play off of my middle name because I always wanted my name to be, um, my business to be named after me, but also something that's not impossible to pronounce. One thing that pisses me off is when people not getting the name right. So my business was registered as Aurélie Studio. Nobody can pronounce it, girl. We live in a English speaking country. Maybe when I move to an African country, I'll rename it Aurélie Studio. But so I was like, the compromise is Aura, Aura. Everybody can say Aura because we all say Aura, like Aura, but it's Aure. And so, like, yeah, that part of it, I wanted to honor the idea that I had, and I wanted to honor the desire that I had to have my name be part of the identity of the brand that I'm building. Um, and so yeah, and I'm convicted about it. I'm like, boom, this is what we're doing. This is your archive. I don't even know how I got this is your archive. I promise you, I don't even know. Like, it literally came from. Phew. As long as you're open to it, God is gonna give you the idea, girl. God is gonna make it work. I had actually. It's funny because I had This Is Worcester before I had This Is Your Archive. So I had This Is Worcester. This is the grant project that I pitched for my city, and then I got it. And then as I'm doing This Is Worcester, I'm like, this is cool. I can like really grow this. This can grow into something. I was thinking small, girl. You need to be thinking big because you're thinking small. And then so that's when I was like, I need a container for this because I got the grant to do it in my city. And then I'm bringing it to different spaces, possibly a college. I was confirmed for a conference. I was confirmed for a festival. So I'm like, okay, there's this thing. This thing is here, right? It's like all of these items are here. Let's find a container for them to go in, like a basket for them to go. And then that's when I was like, okay, this is your archive. It's an archive that represents different spaces. And that's when I was like, oh, that's so delicious. That's so delicious. Come up with a name, stand on business, trust yourself, trust your creative instinct. And then you can explain it to people later. And if people can't pronounce it, they're going to be okay. If people don't understand, they're going to be okay. But make sure that you are being very clear about what your mission is and what you're setting out to do, you know? So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about because I've been spending a lot of time this week just thinking, just brainstorming. And I got some good news, which means that I'm onto something, which means that there's value. Um, there's value in this. There's value in trusting yourself and trusting your vision for your life and trusting the thing that you're building and trusting that you're onto something and trusting that it will have the impact that you want it to have. I believe it. I believe wholeheartedly. All right? Ciao. Do with that what you will. If you're interested in, if you're also building a meaningful life and figuring out your work and showing up in community, come hang out with me. I'm going to be making videos every single day this month. And so, yeah, let's grow together. All right. Catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.